Alright guys, welcome back. This is Westminster Norfolk Southern Train Watchers, and I'm here today on Train Sim World 3. Right now we are on the Horseshoe Curve Pass up in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and we are going to be running NS37A. It is a manifest to Conway, and we are going to have some GP38-2s leading the manifest. One of the GP38-2s is Southern Railway. It's in the black and white tuxedo scheme. And then the rest are just in the regular NS livery. So let's get started. We are 37A Edgemoor to Conway in this manifest. First thing you're going to do when you're in the cab, you're going to take your reverser, put your reverser in. Then you're going to look down on the floor. You're going to see your MU2A valve, and you're going to take it from trail, and you're going to put it in lead or dead. Next, you're going to look up right here next to your automatic brake handle, and you're going to see the cut-in valve, see where it's cut out. You're going to turn it to freight. After that, you're going to go up here to your banking comm, which is going to be right in this area right there. You're going to cut in on, and you're going to cut your volume up. Next step is you're going to look down here for your ditch lights controls. You're going to turn them on, not the flash, but the on. And then your front headlights, you're going to turn all the way up to bright. Next step, you're going to look here. You're going to turn your gauge lights on, and you're going to turn your step lights on. And after that, you're going to look behind you, which is going to be here. You're going to turn your number board lights on the front and on the rear. Then after that, you don't want to cut your engine room light on. You want to cut your platform lights on. Once you get done with that, you're going to open up the back of the door behind the conductor seat. You're going to walk out on the platform. You're going to do these crossing chains. And then you're going to cross over. And you're going to do the same thing in this locomotive, except you're not going to cut the headlights on. The only thing you're cutting on is your number boards, your platform lights, and your step lights. And this only depends on how many locomotives you have. Cross over. There's usually on the manifest on the Horseshoe Curve map with the GP38-2s, there's only usually 3 in the head and 2 on the rear. So usually the 3 on the head, you're going to do the same thing that you've done for your lead locomotive, except you're not going to cut your gauge lights on, you're not going to cut the ditch lights on, and you're not going to cut your headlights on. Once you get all that on, you go back, close all the doors, crossing chains, and cross over here. You know, close all your chains, and just do that till you get back to your head unit. Well, that you're back in the seat here, you're going to take a reverser, you're going to push it forward. After you do that, you're going to cut your engine run on, your generator filled, and your fuel pump. With it lightly snowing out today, I'm just going to cut the wipers on about 36. Same for the middle wipers. Well, this one, the middle wipers don't work on. I'm going to get up to the same over here, about 36% on your wipers. Because, I mean, it's just now starting to barely snow. As you can see outside, the flakes falling. You're going to take your independent brake, you're going to bring it up to about 63%. Release your automatic brakes. You'll notch it up about 3 notch. Right down here, cut your bell on. And then you're going to bell off for your independent brake. And once she starts getting some power up, she's going to start moving. Which I bumped it up to notch 4 just now. Which, as you see, we're starting to slowly crawl. Bump it up to about notch 5. You're just going to slowly work your throttle all the way up to where you want to get it up to speed. Bump up to 6, possibly 7. In the lead today, we're going to have Southern Railway 2687 GP38-2, followed by NS 5314 GP38-2, and then a GATX 2110 GP38-2. Behind us, we have our Manifest Consist, and we are going to be running all the way down. At least today it appears we have a pretty good sized train that we're going to be taking all the way up Horseshoe Curve. Bumped up to notch 8 just now. As you see, we are starting to pick up speed now. Then, here on the end of the consist, we have GP38-2 5318, followed by GP 38-2 5270. These are going to be the rear train DPs, which are helping to push the whole consist up the curve. That's why I turned on the banking comm in the beginning. And yes, for this whole setup here, I'm running the bell all the way up till we get up to the signals, the signal indication that we got. Once I get past that signal indication, that's when I'm going to kill the bell. Because in actual real life, when Norfolk Southern are doing these moves like this through the yards and that, they usually keep the bell on at all time to keep every employee, every worker aware that there's a train in the yard that is proceeding to push through. I'm going by the Altoona Amtrak station now. Back off the throttle 2 notches. We're starting to get up to 27 miles an hour. Speed limit through here is 25 miles per hour. Once I get past the signal indication right here, I'm going to end up cutting the bell off. That signal indication is a clear, straight, proceed through. Up here in a few minutes, the speed restriction from 25 miles per hour is going to jump up to 35 miles per hour. But right now we are going up a 1.6% grade all the way up. There's some areas it drops down from a 1.6 to about a 1.2 and a 1% grade. But mostly up through this part right here coming out of the Altoona yard is a 1.6% grade, which now has dropped down to a 1.2% grade. Usually through here you have to give it a little bit more throttle, which I'm jumping back up to notch 8 full throttle. So we got another crew coming through. Yep, right here. Try to get up to the head unit. Right there they go. That is another manifest coming through. Except they have the AC-44s, AC-4400 in the leads on that one. Don't know why. Ah, yeah, my camera's stuck on the rear locomotive, so let me get up there. Here's a better look at the other crew coming through right now. AC-4400's in the lead. And it is another manifest. Rushing to get it back up here to the head unit. We have, it's already 1.1% grade, but we've dropped down to 16 miles per hour. And the speed limit is still 25 miles per hour. Now look at there, rear DP. Yep. Don't worry, folks, we are almost back up to the head unit now. Like I said, it's a pretty good pull for these locomotives up the Altoona Horseshoe Curve Pass, because I mean, it's a 1.1% grade, almost a 1% grade, and these locomotives are struggling, even with 2 DPs on the rear. Try to get up ahead of the locomotive, get a good ground shot as she passes by. whenever a grade crossing, had to do the two long, one short, one long, one sequence. There's a grade crossing right here. Go ahead, kill the bell. Start this over again. Try to get up here and get ahead of the locomotive a little bit. I'm telling you, right now it's a 1.9% grade, almost 2% grade. And we are slowly crawling up that grade at a good 13 miles per hour. I can show you how heavy these trains are. And in real life, they do this in real life too, because I mean, you have to think all the tonnage that they're pulling behind these locomotives. I mean, they don't get good traction. I mean, they get good traction, but it takes all they got just to get up these grades. Because like I said, I'm in notch 8 right now, and I'm just at 13 miles per hour. Because how steep the grade is. Just now passing the locomotives. Try to get a good shot of them. Let's get up past this curve here and catch it in a straightaway. Come around the curve. I'm gonna set up about maybe right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna catch over here. Set up about right there. And all this is played on is a PlayStation 4. You could buy it off the PlayStation Store, or if you got an Xbox, you can get it off of the Xbox Game Pass, or you could buy it for the PC. The most recent one that they came out with was Train Sim World 6. That is the most newest one of these that they came out with. Unfortunately, right now, the way the situation is with me, I'm not able to be suitable to purchase Train Sim World 6. But when I do, I will make videos and I will show y'all. Here we go. NS 37A coming up Horseshoe Curve. 2.2 miles. Alright guys, once we reach Horseshoe Curve and I get a little bit past it, I'm probably going to end the video here. If you guys liked and enjoyed what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. And hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day.